What's good, y'all? It's your guy Makai. Welcome back to my channel. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're new, make sure you subscribe. I'm trying to down the subscribe button, and subscribe helps. Over here on this channel, we talk about the NBA daily. So if you enjoy the NBA as much as I do, please subscribe. And 500 is still the next goal. We're trying to reach that. So if you like basketball stuff, subscribe. It's that simple. And if you like the video, all that stuff. But yeah, man, Ben Simmons, man, one of the most polarizing players in the NBA. Ben Simmons he's very talented, don't get me wrong, but he just underwhelms the NBA fans so much that he receives a lot of flack and a lot of hate. And another thing that really, frustrates people about him is that he talks so much. Like, over this whole entire year, he was just talking. And then when it came time to, cash them checks, his mouth was right in the regular season. When it came time to cash them in the playoffs, he didn't cash them. He was scoring, single-digit points in in the Eastern Conference semifinals game. So, Ben Simmons, man, I think the Sixers should trade him. Yes, I do think they should trade him because I can't see Ben Simmons being, good enough to help Joel Embiid win a championship while Joel Embiid is still in his prime. They have a couple of years difference age between them, and I think by the time Ben Simmons figures everything out, figures out his offensive game, maybe even develops a jump shot, by that time Joel Embiid is probably going to be out of his prime or very close to the end of it. And I just think that the timelines don't match up, honestly. So Ben Simmons, there's a couple spots I think he should be traded to. The first spot that I'm in love with is that they should be traded to the Washington Wizards. Now I know you're saying, why would they want to trade, Brad Beal to Philly just to get Ben Simmons? Ben Simmons sucks. Ben and Russell Westbrook won't fit. The thing about the Washington Wizards is, right, if they give Bradley Beal that supermax contract this offseason, right, if they pay him all that money, they're going to be stuck, making first-round exits for the next couple of years. Let's say that the GM wants to hit, the rebuild button. They just fired the coach. They could just do a whole roster shakeup. If you trade Brad now, you don't have to pay him all that money. You don't have to be stuck like that. You get Ben, you get to rebuild for the future. You have Westbrook on the side, but Westbrook, he only has, 2 years left on his deal. Ben Simmons could be the start of a great rebuild for any team in the NBA. Any rebuilding team, obviously. So Bradley Beal for Ben Simmons is the interesting one. Obviously, you throw a little bit more in than just Ben Simmons. Like, maybe throw Ben Simmons and Tyrese Maxey to, really get the rebuild started in Washington. But that a trade around Bradley Beal and Ben Simmons, interests me a lot. And another team that I think could trade for Ben Simmons, the Minnesota Timberwolves. D'Angelo Russell should be the main part of this trade because, imagine D'Angelo Russell with Joel Embiid. D'Angelo Russell is a great pick and roll playmaking point guard. He can shoot the ball. He can drive to the rim. He can create for his teammates. And he's gonna be just great next to Embiid because he can actually shoot. And just imagine that dude. And I forgot to mention it, but Bradley Beal. Imagine Bradley Beal with Joel Embiid. Bradley Beal coming downhill after Joel Embiid, does a little pick and pop. Imagine something like that. That would be amazing. And along with everybody else that's in Philly. But yeah, man, it would probably be D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, maybe throw Kogi in there. But to be honest, Ben Simmons, his stock is just up and down, man, because obviously I don't want to overreact to what he just happened in the playoffs because he's only 24 years old. He's 24 years old and he's, already an all-star, already an all-NBA dude. He's clearly talented, but you don't want to give too much for him, but Philly doesn't want to overreact and take too little for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know he just had an all-time bad playoff run by a star, but he's still very talented. So, I'm not just going to accept the first deal that somebody offers me, but a trade centered around Malik Beasley, D'Angelo Russell, maybe throw a Kogi in there, a couple of first-round picks. And, for Ben Simmons, I like that because now Minnesota is going to have Ben, they're going to have Karl-Anthony Towns, and then they're going to add Anthony Edwards to that. And, they got the Leandro Balmoro kid coming from overseas. I just like that team a lot because Ben Simmons, gives them the much needed defense that they need. And another spot that I would be interested in Ben going to is definitely the Portland Trailblazers because let's say that, they just hired a new coach and, the Portland Trailblazers want to run it back with Dame one more time. You could potentially do CJ for Ben Simmons, maybe CJ and, the Simmons kid for Ben Simmons. And now, this trade is a little shaky to me because CJ and Joel Embiid is definitely not, it's not enough to win a championship in the East. But on the other end of the deal, I do like Ben Simmons going to, to the Portland Trail Blazers, because obviously he'd be an elite defender in that backcourt. But also, again, it kind of seems like a lateral move, because neither team is going to be close to a championship, and neither team will be going into a rebuild. So I don't see the point. Now, let's say they want to trade Dame for a package around Ben Simmons. Like, maybe they have to go a lot for Ben Simmons to go to Portland for Dame. But maybe they trade, Ben Simmons, they trade Tyrese Maxey, they trade Matisse Thybulle, a couple of firsts. Imagine Damian Lillard x Joel Embiid. That would be one of the most insane duos in the NBA, and that would definitely be a title contender. And let's say Portland wants to go into, full rebuild mode. That could be the start of a rebuild. Ben Simmons is not that bad to where you should not want to trade for him. Now, a trade offer that's annoying the crap out of me is that they keep saying Ben Simmons to the Chicago Bulls for Zach LaVine. Why in God's name would we trade Zach LaVine for Ben Simmons? I'm not opposed to trading for Ben Simmons from the Bulls' perspective at all, but you don't trade the All-Star, the first-time All-Star for Ben Simmons right now. What you do is you trade, guys like Patrick Williams or Kobe White. And now I love Patrick Williams, but Ben Simmons right now, I would do that trade. Obviously, they Philly would not take that because it doesn't get them any closer to a championship, but I would take that deal. But yeah, man, I'm not saying that the Philadelphia 76ers absolutely had to trade Ben Simmons, because I think he's a free throw away from being a whole different kind of player, because if he can develop a free throw shot, he's going to be able to be more aggressive driving to the rim, because he doesn't have to be afraid of them, fouling him. If he can just be like a 75% free throw shooter, it's going to change up his game a whole lot. But yeah, man, that's what I think about the whole Ben Simmons trade scenarios. They don't have to trade him, but if they do, they're going to have a lot of great offers out there. I saw a report yesterday that said there's going to be like up to 12 teams that's going to be able to, make offers for him. But yeah, man, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And if you take to the end of this video, thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.